Welcome to another build by my friend Galejro, and we have to start with a superb tent. Would you like to talk us through this approach, my friend?
So, hello everyone, and I'm going to show you the castle I've been building for the past couple of months, and how everything works over there. So, officially, this is something of a 12th, 13th century castle of a noble of lesser means. So this is a castle of someone who is not rich enough to buy every luxury. So it's smaller, and there's less luxuries on the inside, but it's still a relatively good build. So let's just have a look around the castle. Obviously, we have the small tent I've been building for general purposes. I wanted to actually move this tent from place to place if I needed a temporary space. Behind we can see the remnants of the old mater as I've been building the castle, so the old grinder that I've been having. General farmlands that I've been using to fuel the building of the place. So let's just go around the outer walls, and then we'll start, and then we'll get to the inside. So, if you would follow me around. So,
what have you built it out of?
I built it out of two types of clinker bricks.
Oh wow!
So this is a lot of blue clay that went into this build.
Didn't it just? Wow. I love the clinker bricks. Your coloured palette is right in my taste. It's beautiful. Oh my gosh, look at that.
I've been basing this castle off of Galejro in France, which is a real-life project that they've been building for the past 25 years.
Really?
Yeah, there's a castle being built with with real tools, with historical methods. And this is more or less based on Galejro Castle, because this is a heavy ferrous sandstone. So it's sandstone that is very iron rich.
Yeah.
And it's pretty dark as a color. So that's why the castle is so almost brownish black in color. It's also a realistic castle, so we have real methods, real defensive methods used in there. So
I can see the murder holes. You've got murder holes where you can pour things down on people.
Those are we do have murder holes, but these are not murder holes. This is matriculation. This is basically a different type of defense. So if you step away from the castle, then you are under fire from the arrow slits around the castle, around the woodwork, around the thing. But if you get too close to the castle,
then
you start hugging the wall, you suddenly can get attacked from the matriculations. So that's how it works.
Yeah.
Because if you go into this particular wall, if you start hugging the wall, the defenders can't do anything to you. If you stand too close. But of course, if there's a matriculation, somebody can still shoot at you.
I love that idea.
Also, let's just get not too close to the obvious, room of convenience. That's definitely not mud.
Wow.
So we got...
so you've got granite piled at the bottom.
I wanted this castle to look like it's been set up on a mountain of granite.
Yeah.
So this is a kind of a secondary form of defense. So if you were to approach this with a siege machine, these kinds of angles are really good to prevent the siege machine from getting too close to the wall. That's why usually when you have a castle, the walls don't go straight vertically, but they also angle to the outside,
Yeah.
so that if you wanted to have a siege machine breach through the walls, they would have to make that machine have a longer reach, or if you have a ladder, the ladder needs to be longer
Yes.
in order to reach.
Yes. I find it amazing that the bricks actually look as if they curve.
Oh yeah. The structure. This is also based a bit on the Geddelon castle. In Geddelon, the architecture is like this. You have very well chiseled stones on the corners.
Yes.
So they were very well chiseled, very well placed, because these are cornerstones, and they really need to hold the weight of the structure. While the rest is just chiseled on one side, but you can set them up however you please.
Wow.
So there's a bit. They are looking chaotic in there. A lot of people say that this is how walls always look like when temporal storms happen. They sometimes call it a temporal castle, and sometimes they call it the castle from the Gothic games, because it's really as dark as the castle in the game Gothic and Gothic 2. But anyways,
whoa! I'm being attacked by something.
Yeah, probably
Oh
another goblin.
God! What's? Oh, good Lord! Wow.
Yep, that's why we have a castle to defend ourselves against these
Well, I
things.
agree with that. I love this entrance. It's beautiful.
Part of the defense, and I just wanted to do something more original than just have a like a grand entrance, but also this is something that a lord with lesser means would probably do. You don't have a main gate. You just build angled entrance, and I'll talk about it later.
Yeah.
So I just have a look around on the inside.
It's beautiful. So you have chiseled all this.
Yeah, it's like a nice angled slope. It's like four micro dots. What you call it? One block is 16 micro blocks. So this goes at 4 micro blocks up.
Right.
One up, 4 to the side. The other thing that you will probably notice is the custom chiseled brickwork. So I was using several materials to make it look like it was mortared together.
Beautiful.
After damage.
Beautiful.
So going up, we can also see how much of a defense we have here. So you have to go through a gauntlet in order to get to the gate. So you have 2 matriculated walls. In order to get to this place, you have to go through this nice angle, and you reach into this gateway. And this is another. This is the reason why I made this little slope over here, because this is a passive defense. A little question: how do you breach a gateway into a castle? What would you usually?
You
do?
would normally use a ram, wouldn't you? A big metal ram,
Yeah.
a log with a metal head on the end.
Indeed. And what do you need to do with that ram
You
in order
need
to ram a door open?
Exactly. You need to run at it and bang into it, but you can't because of your angle, can you?
No, yes,
Perfect.
because you have a sheer cliff on the other side, and you cannot get it up to speed.
Yes.
So what you need to do is break it with axes and stuff, but at the same time you are under attack from this matriculation up there on the main tower. There's another tower over there in the distance.
Yes.
And you're under fire from several angles.
Absolutely.
So
Fabulous.
if you breach this place, considering that there is still another gate over there.
Yeah.
Finally, we reach the place and we see the actual murder holes.
Yes.
up above, so that we
Yeah.
we can get attacked from this place, and we have this nice little hole over here.
Where people can shoot in.
Yes, yeah, people can actually shoot you from that place. So there's another
Wow.
active point of defense, and if we finally breach the wall, we are finally in the main courtyard.
Oh,
So
this is
again,
beautiful. Oh
again
my
from-
gosh. You've done it again, Galejro. You've done it again. So good. Wow. Show
so
me
yeah,
around.
both homely and defensive. So even though it looks pretty, if you stand at the very entrance of the place, you can get attacked from this wall up above
Yeah.
me. There's an arrow slit aimed at you. There's a window aimed at you. You get attacked if you look up. You can get attacked from the matriculations on the main tower.
Wow.
There's another wall over there behind the tent over
Yes.
there where you can get attacked from. So
Yes.
yeah, even if you breach this wall, you're being attacked. There's this little room that we've been talking about.
This is where you can. Yes. Oh wow. And you
So it's
can
like
fire through
It's like a
there.
little bunker that you can even
Fabulous.
hide inside.
Oh,
And
fabulous.
there's another point. Every little bit was thought out of. So even if you take a look at this, the entrance to this room,
Yeah.
even that is well defended, because if you think about
Yes.
it, in order to break through these doors, you have to break them open. You can't
Yeah.
break them open because
Yeah.
there's a wall on this
Yes.
side.
Yes.
So yeah, what else to show around this chamber? I don't know. I like to call it the Lord Chamberlain's or medical
Oh,
room.
beautiful.
So this is where we
Absolutely
can
beautiful.
get access to the arrow slits and how it looks from the inside on those arrow slits.
Wow. Chiseling. Oh my gosh. I love the roof. I love the curves. I just love all this. It's
Yeah.
beautiful.
Both also realistic, because I always wanted to make a structure that is follows rules of logic.
Yes.
The angling, the arching on the walls should match, because up above there is no other like walled or arched stone roof.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
just wooden roof up above.
Yeah.
So yeah, both serves as a storage space and a defensive place. So now we can take a look at the forge, I suppose,
Mm-hmm.
or the smithy.
Yes, because you're in 1.21, aren't you, here?
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
1.21 still.
Yeah.
So it's the old thing, standard thing. I think you've seen this on the farm build. You've been showcasing this. The
Yeah.
forge didn't change since then. We have a quenching water, fake oil place for
Yeah.
for oil. We have typical things: forge, the bloomeries, and chiseled floor to look like you're pulling
Yes.
stuff from the bloomeries
Yes.
straight to
Yeah.
cover them up in.
Looks
to,
fabulous.
hammer it
Absolutely
out.
fabulous. And of course the hood for the smoke for the bloomeries to go up. Really beautiful.
Yeah, and if you go up, you can actually see every chimney follows also logical rules, so they go up in there.
I'm
if
sure
you
they do.
We will see the other chimneys in the place,
Yeah.
and you've seen this on the outside of the castle. There were chimneys on one wall,
Yes.
so they do follow around to the actual fireplaces in the castle.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
I love
what
this
else?
little
Yeah.
chiseled fence too. It's just so pretty.
Yeah, it's like they used to do these fences around blacksmithing spots. Just seen this on pictures reconstruction, so I just started using it.
Yeah.
Also, a lot of clutter in the place. There's a lot of useless junk on the junk around lying.
Old
Some-
pickaxes, I've seen that. Yeah.
Yeah, almost all of this thing is chiseled. Like
Yeah.
approximately 99% of every. Even the floor you stand on is chiseled just so that the snow doesn't pile up. Because
Oh
for some
gosh.
reason, snow doesn't pile up on chiseled items. So
Oh,
just for convenience, I chiseled everything. But yeah, the edges are chiseled for to make them look.
Yeah, it makes you
properly.
look that when it rains, the colour of the bricks stain the floor.
Indeed, indeed.
Looks wonderful. And also, I love the curve you've got on that forge roof. It's a really lovely, lovely curve. I love the way it goes up and then goes steeper. It's a beautiful curve.
Yeah, it's like they used to do this economically in castles, so that every structure would be hugging the wall, if you will.
Yeah.
So I made the forge just hug the wall
Yeah.
and serve as a sort of layer of defense from the inner wall.
What's under
Anyways,
here? Oh my gosh.
That would be the donjon, not the dungeon. Donjon.
Yeah, donjon. Okay, and
So we
this
have
is
the-
the apothecary?
This would be a trading spot, or this would be the trading spot, or what would you call administration spot? If you think about it, there would be 3 points at which people would probably stop in the castle. So if you were a peasant, like the lowliest of lowly people, you wouldn't get through the main gate. Like you would have a table in the main gate, and
Right.
this is where your visit to the castle would probably end.
Yeah.
Because this is where you would do your business with the a local landlord.
Okay.
If you were to be a
high
peasant
class
of higher,
merchant.
a merchant or a peasant of a higher status, you would probably do your business in the courtyard. You would be allowed here. Yeah, there's a little reference to the Gothic games. Big fan of it. So you would do your business in the courtyard, and then we would go to the other 2 spots where your social ranking would allow you to go into.
Wow.
So yeah, next thing on the list, well, the well.
Oh.
Or the cistern, to be specific.
That is so pretty.
So the idea is that when you're in a siege,
Yeah.
one of the most important things is
Is
water
water.
as a resource. So you have we have this gate to the donjon, where rainwater would collect from the entire castle. It would go down and would collect, and then you would have a kind of way to collect water into the cistern, and that's how you would get your water in a castle. So let's go through. Well, let's just go through the donjon first. So if you follow me downstairs, not very much to see. This is pretty much a technical area, technical space.
And what is this bench here?
This is a work.
Which mod is this from?
I think it's a workbench mod. This is for upgrading your tools. Like you can forge your pickaxe from a custom handle, custom binding, and stuff like that, and you can increase the durability of items.
Wow.
That you produce. This is part of the mods on the server. So I have the donjon now. A little bit about the difference. The donjon is basically just a technical space or a storage space.
Oh right.
There were dungeons in castles where you would have a actual prison or torture chamber. There was no dedicated torture chamber in castles, but you would use kind of rooms like these as torture chambers, so just storage spaces. So you would have a donjon, and it would sometimes function like a dungeon. So yeah, there's just food storages, general technical spaces I use to store things as I build the place.
Wow, that's so useful.
And we would have an actual prison. That door just leads to technical spaces, so nothing too pretty to see, other than empty spaces and
drifters,
steel forges and stuff like that.
This is all wonderful. Oh, I love your steps. They're so good.
Oh yeah, the whole thing is made of conglomerate stone and clinker bricks. So these two fundamental colors for the whole structure, and of course chalk stone for the interiors.
Yes.
So if we go over here, this would be the cook's
Wow.
sleeping room. So this is where the cooks would sleep. But almost the entirety of this space that we're about to see would be a place where people would sleep. So this is the main kitchen of the castle.
Oh, wow! Oh my gosh! Look at the. Is this?
Got a spitfire.
Is this spit? It doesn't work, does it?
No, it doesn't work.
No.
But you can actually set. But you can actually. Speaking of which, we can set all the fires over there.
No, it's fine. Isn't it look wonderful?
I'm gonna set fires to everything. Just to show how it all works. So you got functional fires, obviously, but also you have a nice little spit roast for the meats.
Yes.
And you have the general kitchen area, and you have, of course, the ovens.
That's astonishing.
To cook your stuff.
Oh wow! And tables set in the corner. I love the little oven here. That's fabulous. And those are real clay ovens you've got set in there, aren't they?
Yeah, they're embedded into the structure.
Yeah. I do love...
So,
It sounds a small thing, but I do love this little firewood store. It's so pretty.
Yeah,
wow.
like they would have fire. They would have storage of firewood in
and
place.
You have soot on the back of the fireplaces.
Indeed. So
Wow.
they would actually dirty up the whole structure.
Do you have glass in that window?
There is absolutely no glass in this build because this is a castle of lesser means. So the Lord does not have money for glass. They would use shutters instead of glass in order to cover up in the winter.
Yeah.
And the thing, this is something that people in those times would complain about. They would have no glass, so they would close everything with shutters. They would use straw or sometimes even clay to air tighten these shutters.
Yes.
In order to make the wind don't blow, but that would make the whole place really dark.
Yes.
It would be like living in a cave.
Yeah.
So
And
now
drafty, very drafty.
Yeah, drafty. But then again, this is why people in those times would wear heavy woolen clothing.
Yes.
And as a historical reenactor, I do wear woolen stuff, and I can tell that this is really warm.
Yes.
Even wet conditions, this stuff is really heavy, obviously. But at the same time, this clothing is really provides much more.
Well, I know
warmth.
that the fishermen in the UK always had woolen jumpers that were knitted for them by their women folk, because the wool held the warmth even when it's wet.
Yeah, that's the property of wool. But then again, it gets almost twice as
It's
heavy,
heavy, yeah.
even though it's heavy.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's also the reason why probably 60% of all deaths in urban zones or in villages was caused by drowning, because people would fell into water, and you would just fall like a brick to the bottom.
Oh
Because
gosh.
of that. Because the clothing will weigh you down.
Yes.
Okay, so if you follow me upstairs.
Oh, guys, look. Exquisite chiselling everywhere. Oh, look at that.
Straight lines, and let's just visit the chapel.
Oh yes, let's. Oh.
So every
yes.
castle would have a chapel for devotions.
Yes.
And of course, this would be a Catholic church. So you have basic elements of the devotionalia, I think it's called. So you have the reliquary. For the elements of the mass, the stoop and stuff, we have we have several icons.
Beautiful crosses you've chiselled here. The candlestick with the cross. You've got a lectern and the cross itself. Beautiful.
So we also have the
Virgin
icons,
Mary, yeah,
the Mary and the Christ,
and a font, yeah.
And of course we have a little bench for just sitting around.
Perfect.
During the service.
Perfect. This is superb. Absolutely superb. This is really gorgeous. My goodness, that's lovely.
Yeah, so now let's
I
go
am loving this.
So now I think the best thing to do now is to go around the outer wall over here. And into the armory, if you will. So this would be the upside of the murder holes. This is where we.
Yes.
This is where we, attack defend the castle. So.
You boil the oil to pour it down the murder holes.
Not the oil. The oil was used very extremely rarely. There's one fundamental reason for that, and that reason is oil is number one, oil is expensive, and the second reason is you're in a siege, so you need to last as long as you possibly can, and animal fat is a good source of food. So you don't pour food on your enemies, just water,
just hot boiling water
for the same effect, of course. So now you can see, well, we don't really see because it's nighttime over there, but yeah, we can see the arrow slits.
Oh, yes.
And how we can defend the castle from the inside.
Fantastic.
And the machicolations from the inside.
I know, they're fabulous. They're fabulous. Have you ever shot anything down there?
Yeah, you can actually shoot arrows down it, and what you call them, bowstrings. There is this type of temporal creature. They actually can't hit you with the with these.
Oh, the bowtorn! Wow.
This actually works against bowtorns, and if they they do aggro through the wall, and they do shoot you, but they can't hit you because of such small holes. So you are actually defended within the meta of the game. So this is
and this is where the priest lives. Yes, with his look at the cross. That's so nice.
More humble abode.
Yeah.
Still there.
Absolutely.
Up there would be a technical space. So nothing too pretty up there. The other thing that you would notice is that almost everywhere there would be sleeping spaces, because the castle would have
defenders.
Defenders would sleep almost everywhere where there's heat or some heat retention.
Yeah.
So another tower on the inside, and we are basically one wall away from the chapel. Again, another technical space. Usually you would have. I think you can't get up there, but there, people would have storage spaces up there. There would be no people sleeping in that room. There's a rule that you cannot sleep. You cannot have a bedroom or a sleeping room up above a chapel. So it's like an unwritten rule in Christianity that you cannot have a room or a sleeping room above the place of worship or the shrine itself.
Oh right, I didn't know that.
So this is the reception room,
right,
of the castle. So this would serve several. So yeah, this is what.
Oh, this is where you come in. Yes.
Yeah. This is as far as you would go. You would get in the social order if you were some sort of rich merchant or like a lesser noble. So
right.
This is as far as you would go and do business. It also serves as the armory. So usually you would have a lord of the castle first present his defenses before you go into the actual main chamber of the castle. In order to show, you have to go through these guys in order to get to me.
Yeah.
So this place also houses the very convenient toilet. have this room sticks out of the walls and serves as a.
So presumably, if you've got enemies outside, you can go to the loo on their head.
Indeed.
Oh, this is stunning! I love this.
And this is the main antechamber.
Wow!
Of the castle.
Look at your wonderful antlers.
Yeah, so
wow.
we have some hunting gear. We have obviously the banqueting hall, and this would be the place where the nobles and the court would sit around and
I'm still downstairs. This is beautiful. This red is beautiful. This is absolutely gorgeous.
Indeed,
My
bricklayer's
word.
red.
This is the bricklayer's red, yes.
Indeed.
I do love these windows. Look at them, the way they're beautifully chiselled. They've got the stonework in the middle, and then these little window seats. Perfect.
Indeed. So there would be a maximum use of space. People would, people and ladies of the court would sit around these and do their business, do their sewing, do their crafts in those places, because there's a lot of access to light. And this would be a multi-purpose room. This is where people would sleep. This is where people would eat. This is where people would do crafting, preparing, armor repair, and stuff like that. This is a multi-purpose room because first of all, this is a castle of a noble of lesser means. So this would be multi-purpose. There would be no other rooms for these kinds of things. But then again, this is something that we we're not used to today, that people in those times lived communally.
Yes.
This is an alien concept that we have. When we think about a home, we think about a nuclear family. We think about private space, sleeping at best with your wife, husband, and kids. But in medieval times, multiple people, multiple families, a whole group of people, the whole court would sleep in one room in a single space. Peasants would all huddle around in one single room, even with their cattle, even with their animals, household animals, in that same room, and sleep together.
Wow.
And another thing is that people would bring out beds into this place, or at least they would bring out the equivalent of the beds. In English, there is a saying, "Hit the sack."
Yes.
And this is where it comes from. People would bring sacks of hay
and sleep on those.
They would just throw the sacks of hay next to the warmed-up antechamber in these warmed-up walls, and they would just hit the sack. They would simply go to sleep on those sacks of hay.
Perfect.
So now, if we go into the upstairs of the wardrobe,
guys, I just want you to look at this detail. Even the smoke stains on the walls have been chiselled in.
Indeed.
Wow. I mean, the detail is just out of this world. So up here, isn't this pretty?
This is the richest and prettiest part of the castle. This is the wardrobe. This is only where for the lord of the castle to sleep in with his closest family.
Beautiful. And these chiselled blocks with all the different colours are exquisite. And look at the roof. Wow.
Yeah, this is I invented a new type of arched roof for vintage story, and this is where it pretty much is. This is how
it is gorgeous.
Also, we have some. Let's see. Heraldry is realistic. So you have the heraldry of Poland, and the one to the right is the coat of arms of Kalisz, which is the city I live in.
Oh.
So it's a crowned bull on a red-white checkerboard.
Yeah, I see it. Yeah. Lovely.
So the flower details, I think I copied them from my last farm place build.
Yeah, I remember that. It was exquisite. And this is so pretty. Wow.
Yeah, so we have pretty much the most decorated pieces over here. The most decorated side of the castle. I think it's the decorations are sandstone, peridot, obsidian.
Yeah.
And then we have it's from the chisel tools. That's the red and blue paint.
Beautiful. Really beautiful. My goodness.
So that's pretty much the main point of the tour. But then again, we have some other chambers to visit.
Yeah. Wow.
So we have the outside of the wall. So this is another point of defense. So obviously we have the wall, and this is the most defended chamber. So we have the outer wall with timberings, but you are completely separated by a wall from the enemies if you sit in the main antechamber.
Yeah.
So upstairs you have pretty much the insides of these towers. So we have the small tower.
Oh, another bedroom.
Yeah, like people would sleep all over the place.
Yeah, and this is where you could defend, yes. Wow, that gives you a view, doesn't it?
Oh, especially from the main tower.
Yeah.
Which we're about to visit right now.
Where did you get this trapdoor from?
It's from the ruins.
Aha.
I just looted it from the local ruins. There's a couple of those in there.
Yeah.
So we have the main tower, which is also connected to upstairs is a main tower. We have obviously we have a complete ring around the castle, which does not interfere with the antechamber. As you can see, you can run ring. Yeah, you can run rings around the castle without ever disturbing people in the main antechamber.
So how'd you get up there?
Through the ladder. I mean, you can just... there we go.
Okay, I'm up. Wow.
So yeah, this is the main tower.
Wow. My goodness. Oh my gosh. Fantastic.
So the main tower pretty much has an eye on the entirety of the castle.
Oh, it does indeed. And what's on the floor here? Aged ebony planks. Lovely. Really lovely.
Oh, indeed.
Wow. I love the way that even your arrow slits are chiseled.
Everything is chiseled. It's like 95% of this build is chiseled to the last detail. So yeah, this is pretty much all of the castle, I think.
Wow, it's fantastic. We go down here. Well, I must say the wolves howling outside do add a certain, realistic feeling to the fact this is a castle.
And defensive place. I always like building in forests for some reason. Maybe it's
do they not come in through the doorways?
No, they really get stuck on the angled slope that I built on the outside. They really can't. The angle is built in such a way that if enemy is even sprinting at you, they will slow down twice or thrice even. They basically move at you at the speed of walking.
Yeah.
Like, if they were to run at you, they wouldn't run. They would basically do this.
Ah.
So you can easily kite enemies with this kind of angling.
Yeah. Wow. Wow, that's beautiful. Oh my gosh. I'm, as always, when I see one of your builds, completely awestruck. It's just so incredible. Thank you so much for showing me this. It's just fantastic.
No problem. I mean, the next. I think I'm going to take a break this time, and once I finish my break, I'm probably going to start something new on 122.
Oh, lovely.
This time.
Good luck with that.
This time maybe I'm going to do a rich castle.
Yes.
Of a rich noble rather than a noble of lesser means.
Well, I must say, the may be a noble of lesser means, but in terms of builds, this is absolutely stunning. Thank you so much for showing me around. And also, I have learnt so much. Thank you very, very much.
No problem, and always happy to showcase something.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Bye. And cut.